It's not too late. It's not too late. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show, and we're doing things a little different tonight. We're going to try a little more fast-paced, jump right into the show. All the super chats will be read in the middle of the show, and at the end, I promise, we're going to do a Q&A at the end of the show. Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and jump right in, folks. Open your hymnals to page 1, because it's time for some religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody, it's time for religious bullshit. Hell yeah. And first off, on religious bullshit, you've heard this argument before, folks, but did you know that Jesus was a victim of cancel culture? It's true. Christians never miss an opportunity to play the oppression Olympics. They're such martyrs, y'all. Let's let this incredibly intelligent woman explain it to us.
It's not fun to be canceled. I've been a victim of cancel culture a few times. The first time it was really painful, actually. And then, you keep getting canceled a few times and you go, oh, I survived that. Oh, I survived. It's really just being persecuted. And they've come up with a new name for it, cancel culture. But last I know, all of the good people in history, the people on the right side of history have been persecuted.
Like Hitler?
Persecuted, they've had their reputations destroyed, they've had people lying about them, they've had
Stalin.
Even one person that we're here celebrating today lived the perfect life.
Trump.
Never committed a single sin, ever. And was lied, his reputation was disparaged, he was killed.
He was
killed.
So who killed him?
We can stand forward and be persecuted. What matters is that on that final day, when we leave and we meet our Maker, that we're okay with him. And I think that everyone here will be okay with him, but we need to start standing up.
That's right, Jesus, a victim of cancel culture. But let me think, who was the one that canceled Jesus again? Oh yeah, it was God, wasn't it? Wasn't it God? Like, didn't he literally say the only way he could show us how much he loved us was to murder and torture his own son? I'm pretty sure it was God. Like, according to you guys, God loves cancel culture, right? Didn't he murder every animal, baby, everybody on earth except for one family? Isn't that cancel culture? Just saying. By you guys' own logic, God loves him some cancel culture, so you might want to think about it, but don't think about it too hard, because logic, not your strong suit. And then next up, god damn it, I thought lying was against your religion. Of course it's not, though. Here's a guy gonna claim that us evil Democrats passed a law that you can murder babies up to a month after they're born. It's true, folks. Isn't it true? Doesn't this just sound like something that's reality-based? Totally.
I'm gonna preach for just a minute.
Oh, finally.
And this has been heavy on me all week. I type it and then I delete it. I type it and delete it. But I feel like the Lord wants me to say it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Sure he does.
For example,
I want you to lie.
I never have thought that I would see the day that lawmakers would choose that it's perfectly fine and okay to murder a baby after it's been born. In Colorado, it's 7 days. In California, they're making a law for 30 days after the baby is delivered.
You just murder it.
If a lawmaker is making a decision to murder the most vulnerable of our humanity, then how can we trust those lawmakers?
We can't.
And not just that, if we're making laws that's asking me to call a boy a girl.
Oh no, transgender people. So he went right from, you can murder a baby, even if it's a month old, folks. Just murder it if you don't want it. That's the law. Of course, he has to go around to the transgender stuff, because if you're not freaked out about that enough, about just willy-nilly murdering babies, what about the transgenders? Oh my God, freak out. Of course, of goddamn course, this is not true. So in Colorado, they passed a law that if your baby dies from some kind of complications that happened during pregnancy within 7 days, then the mothers can't be charged with with murder, a crime. because that they didn't do it. It was there's pregnancy, all kinds of complications can arise, and they want to make sure that mothers are not criminalized for something they didn't do. Period. And in California, they're making it up to 30 days, where if the baby dies, not if you kill it, folks, obviously, you're not allowed to murder newborn babies. I mean, what the fuck? But if, like, no fault of your own, because of some complications in your pregnancy, the baby dies within 30 days, they're not going to come after you criminally. Makes perfect fucking sense, but of course, they lie. But hey, God wanted him to lie, so it's all good, folks. Just shamelessness is their superpower. And imagine if you believe this. Imagine if you believe this, us evil Democrats. And of course, he throws the trans people in there, too, to almost blame the trans people for it, too. If you believe that we were allowing 1-month-old babies to be murdered willy-nilly, hey, that might make you a little bit violent, I would think. So, yeah, just trying to create violence. That's what they fucking do. Evil fucking religion. But at least they're awesome to fucking laugh at, yo. Did you guys hear about this? And apparently this weekend, they had Stronger Men's Conference. So it's a Christian conference that wants you pussy-ass soy boys to know, oh, hell no, Jesus was an alpha male, or maybe he's a sigma male. I don't know. I get those confused. I don't know which is better. They're both good. He was an alpha, sigma, omega male. He was all of it, folks. And so don't be a fucking pussy. Here's the official description of this cringe fest. Stronger Men's Conference exists to empower and motivate men to live out God's view of manhood and be the best husbands, fathers, and leaders God called them to be. That's right, God has a specific view of manhood, and it's all about being tough and burly and awesome, gonna kick you in the ball sack. Man, could you get any more manlier than God's vision of you? Which, unsurprisingly, they picked the most manly, alpha, testosterone-filled man you can possibly think of to be the head speaker. Senator Josh Hawley, here he is, yeah! Look at that alpha male, damn! You get it, Josh Hawley! Giving her the wet-ass P word there with that incredibly obvious, sensual, heterosexual kiss. Cool, definitely the best pick for this goddamn cringe fest. But folks, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, holy shit, this must have been lame as fuck. No, absolutely not. This was amazing. Let's have a little look at it. First off, they're in this incredibly small auditorium and have a giant monster truck for some reason. Yeah, cool. We can watch the monster truck just slightly jump over a cop car and then drive in circles and slightly jump over the cop car over and over again. Wait for it. Wait for it. Woo! Got the rock and roll music. Jesus! Isn't this the best way to worship Jesus? That's fire. And come on, get it over. Woo! Yeah! Manliness! Oh my God, I'm such a man. My dick just grew 3 or 4 inches. Now it's 2 feet long. Hell yeah, Jesus! Woo! Now do it again and again and again. Man, I'm glad I paid thousands of dollars to be in the front row of this awesome bullshit. So cool, so cool. But I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking there's no possible way this goddamn shit could be any cooler. You're wrong! In this little ass auditorium, they also had a bull riding ring. Yeah, so you can ride a bull around in your little inch square there, I guess. The bull can just go in circles over and over again while you sit on it. So manly! Aren't you guys pumped up by all the testosterone? Look at all these super alpha men. God damn it, they're so cool and awesome. And then there was day 2, y'all, and I know what you're thinking. Can't possibly get any fucking better. How can you get any better in this giant auditorium? How about you take a cherry picker, you raise it up as high as it can go, and then you dive into a small pool of water. Woo! Woo! Jesus! Boom, motherfucker! He did it! He did it! He jumped into a pool of water! Man, shit! Oh, you soy boys, you can't handle this. You just can't handle it, okay? You're just too fucking pussified and weak. You don't understand. Like, you think this is bullshit and silly and embarrassing, but it's not. Fucking cool as shit. And it changed people's lives. John Lindell wants you to know what an amazing weekend we had at Stronger Men's Conference 2022. God moved powerfully in the lives of men, and we know families, communities, and churches are going to be forever impacted by what took place. That's right. Forever the world has changed because this monster truck drove in circles in a very small area and a bull was ridden a little bit around. Change the world! So thank you. Thank you, God and Stronger Men, for all of it, I guess. All of the things, and the life-changingness and amazingness of all of this stuff. Super cool! And all right, that is my short religious bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now we plowing right along, folks. Gonna do the show super quick tonight. Hell yeah! And next up is the Trash World section. If you guys know the song, feel free to sing along. Goes a little something like this. Trash World! Trash World! Dumpster fire, hellish trash world, trash world! And first off, on tonight's very long extended Trash World, you guys know that the whole cancel culture, PC, blame gays for everything movement is not new at all. Yeah, they have some new terms now, but they've been saying the same fucking bullshit for like 100 years, but at least 30. Here's thankfully dead Margaret Thatcher spewing the same old bullshit they're spewing today 30 years ago. This sound familiar to you guys at all? Let's have a listen.
But it's the plight of individual boys and girls which worries me most. Too often, our children don't get the education they need, the education they deserve. And in the inner cities, where youngsters must have a decent education if they are to have a better future, that opportunity is all too often snatched from them by hard left education authorities and extremist teachers.
Extremist teachers are grooming them!
And children who need to be able to count and multiply are learning anti-racist mathematics, whatever that may be. Children who need to be able to express themselves in clear English are being taught political slogans. Children who need to be taught to respect traditional moral values are being taught that they have an inalienable right to be gay.
Oh no! Not an inalienable right to be gay! I dare you want to be gay! So, same shit, always, same bullshit with these motherfuckers. Never ends, never gonna end. They're gonna use the same culture war game plan for all time because it works, folks. Unfortunately, they don't have to have any good policies. They can just fearmonger with the gays and the transgender and the racist math and whatever the fuck they make up. And speaking of which, here's a great example. Still going all these years later. Here was last night's Georgia governor debate. And see if this sounds familiar.
I'm going to put the Constitution first, and I'm going to put Jesus first every single time. And we're going to fix our schools. We're going to get rid of this anti-white racism and oppression of our children of color. We're going to get rid of the transgender manipulation, and we're going to ensure that boys are in our girls' bathrooms and girls are in our boys' bathrooms and people aren't being raped. And we're going to get rid of kindergarten teachers, men with beards and lipstick and high heels teaching our children. We're going to get back to being moral in Georgia. We're going to put morality over money. I'm Candace Taylor. I'm the one you've been waiting for.
She the one we've been waiting for, folks. Vote for Candace. She gonna get rid of the transgenders and all of the bullshit they're making up. So, super cool. And she ain't done yet, folks. Did you know that during the pandemic, because kids weren't allowed to go to school, they were just stuck at home constantly being raped? Of course this is true. And I'm just saying, while you're listening to this, these are the people that tell you homeschooling is the best.
You do.
So, not a lot of logic going on.
As governor, what would you push to help address those issues dealing with academics?
Absolutely. It's gotten way worse because of the pandemic, because our governor opened the state, which was great, but he didn't open the schools. And so kids were at home for a year, not ingrained in education and routine. Children need routine. And what we saw happen is children with depression or children that were being molested. Let's talk about the hard stuff. Kids that are being molested never had a reprieve. They were molested day after day after day, and their parents were not teaching them anything. And so staying consistent for one thing, and having after school programs and offering things to get them out.
That's right. Children being molested day after day after day. If they just let them go to school, they wouldn't have been molested anymore. That's the way it works. If they get to go to school, their parents are like, you went to school today. I'm not going to molest you. But then, folks, Kirk Cameron put out a movie trying to encourage people to homeschool. Oh, no, Kirk Cameron. Didn't you hear what you just said? If your kids are left at home with you all day, every day, then they're going to be molested. It's just logic. Evil Kirk Cameron.
Since the pandemic, we've been made grossly aware of the inaccurate and the immoral things that the public school system has been teaching our children and our grandchildren. And it's up to us as parents to cultivate the hearts and minds and souls of our children toward what is good, toward what is right, beautiful, and true. And the public school system, unfortunately, has not been working with us, but actively working against us. In my opinion, the public school system has become public enemy number one. I think you need to see the movie because you may be wondering, what can I do about it? How can I be part of the solution? The Homeschool Awakening will give you answers. And I think America needs a film like this right now. We need to take back the education of our children because whoever controls the textbooks controls the future. Whoever's shaping the hearts and minds and souls of our children will determine whether or not we live in a free country.
Oh, no, you don't, Kirk Cameron. I am not leaving my kids home alone all day. I don't have any kids. I'm not letting you let your kids stay home all day, homeschooled, so you can molest them, okay? You need to talk to that Georgia governor lady. Get your fucking shit straight. I know what you're up to, Kirk Cameron. Want to molest kids all day? Shame on you. Shame on you, Kirk. And folks, you remember the whole Gina Carano controversy? Gina Carano was an actress. She used to be a mixed martial arts fighter, and then she got her ass whipped a few times, and then she's like, fuck this shit. I only get punched in the face. I'm going to be an actress. And then, so then they put her in a Disney show called The Mandalorian, which is like, remember Boba Fett? Boba Fett. I call him Bubba Fat because I know a lot of guys in Mississippi who named Bubba and they're all fat. Bubba Fat was a Mandalorian anyway. So Mandalorian was a show. So then she got on her Twitters and started talking some fucking mad bullshit. Let's do a review of the controversy. So first off, she got on her Twitter and she basically spread the big lie that the elections were stolen. She was like, we need to clean up the election process so we are not left feeling the way we do today. I don't feel that way. I don't believe what a fucking con man who is a sore loser said. I don't believe lies, so only you feel that way, you fucking idiot. Put laws in place that protect us against voter fraud. There's already laws in place that protect us against voter fraud, and there was no evidence of that happening at all. Investigate every state. They did it. They didn't find nothing. Film the counting. They did that too. Flush out the fake votes. They tried. They didn't find any. Require ID. That disenfranchises the black vote. Make voter fraud end in 2020. Fix the system. So, just spreading the big lie. And, when you're working for Disney, it was like $1 trillion corporation, media conglomerate. Like, Disney's whole thing is to appeal to the biggest demographic possible. You might not want to piss off half the population because that might make Disney go, fuck off. But anyway, a lot of people pointed out to her, hey, requiring voter ID is specifically sort of racist because it disenfranchises the black vote because, as we pointed out many times for a lot of different reasons, black folks and minorities are less likely to have state-issued IDs, but everybody should be able to vote regardless of that, right? And so people pointed out to her, hey, that's disenfranchising the black vote. A little bit racist there, to which she said, in my experience, screaming at someone that they are racist when they are indeed not racist, and any post or research you do will show those exact facts, then I'm sorry. These people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies. So yeah, she was calling the black folks and the BLM people that were telling her that voter ID was racist. She was calling them cowards and bullies. Bad move if you work for Disney. That's just my opinion. But didn't go well for you doing that. And then she started spreading anti-vax, anti-mask propaganda. She was like, Democratic governors and leaders now recommend we all wear blindfolds along with masks so we can't see what's really going on. Super cool during a pandemic where 1 million Americans died. You encouraging people not to wear masks. That's not the best. Then she tweeted out, meanwhile in California, look at you stupid liberals wearing masks all over your face, you blind motherfuckers. And then I guess she decided to make fun of trans people. So she put in her little description here. Gina Carano, beep, bop, boop. Yeah, super cool. Let's just jump on in and shit on trans people for no reason. Amazing. And then she's like, they're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans laws. Why would you, you giant piece of shit? After months of harassing me in every way, victim, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio, beep, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lives at all. Bullshit. They need to find less abusive representation. That's right. Black Lives Matters are all fucking bullies, and trans people are abusive. Everybody's a piece of shit except for me, says Gina Carano. And so then she's still doing it, folks. Recently, she declared that the war in Ukraine was just, I guess, the deep state. They lost the narrative on COVID, so they had to start a war. She's like, the moment they lost control of the COVID narrative, cue a war. I guess Putin was like, oh my God, in America, they've lost the COVID narrative. I better attack Ukraine. It just makes sense, folks. Don't you goddamn dare think about it. Gina Carano said it was true, so it's fucking gospel. Straight from one crisis to the next, a scripted reality. Show sacrifice and innocent lives for unquenchable greed, says the woman who was poo-pooing vaccines and masks during a global pandemic. Endless power grabs, no accountability, devastating economies never give up freedom for fear. So anyway, she's just making a giant fucking ass of herself in every goddamn possible way. So like I said, Disney's all about appealing to the largest demographic possible. So if you go out there and, shit on half the population, then they're probably going to be like, hey, the ratings will be worse. People will be less likely to watch our shows if we have this divisive person on our shows. So capitalism, we have to make as much money as fucking possible. So let's fire the fuck out of her before we lose money. And that's what they did. This is just pure capitalism. She got out there and she expressed her opinions. Everybody else, not everybody, it was a very small group of people actually, expressed their opinions that they wouldn't watch the shows anymore if she was on them. They expressed it using their First Amendment right. Free speech. Good, right? And then because of capitalism, Disney's like, okay, well, you're fired because we don't want you making less people watch our show so we don't make so much money. Totally fucking easy to understand. That's just what happens in goddamn America if everybody has free speech. Which brings me to Bill Burr. You guys know who Bill Burr is? I just want to say, I like Bill Burr. I sort of agree and sort of disagree with Bill Burr and what he says here. But before I get into that, I just want to say, Bill Burr is a great comedian. He's like one of the best comedians, actually. He's one of the few out there that's actually funny, in my opinion. And not only that, dude has become an amazing actor. If you watch his work on The Mandalorian, I'm real impressed by how well he has turned into an actor. And he has other shows he's done out there. And all of them really good. He does really good work. I like the two. But yeah, it's totally understandable in a capitalistic society why Gina Carano got fired when she was being so fucking divisive and shitting on such a large section of the population. But Bill Burr said, I thought it was funny. The liberals proved her point, Burr says. No, they did. What was her point? that Russia started a war because we were losing the COVID narrative, that you shouldn't wear masks. Oh, I also forgot the part where, I didn't show the part where she played the victim and compared herself to a Holocaust victim. That was the big one that got her. I guess I didn't load that up. It's somewhere. Anyway, yeah, she also played the victim and pretended she was the same as a Holocaust victim. So bad, bad. All kinds of bad shit. So Burr was like, it's disappointing to see the left become how the right used to be when they went after the Dixie Chicks after criticizing George W. Bush. I mean, is that the same thing? Is her comparing herself to Holocaust victims and shitting on mask wearing during a pandemic and, getting fired because Disney wants to make more money? Is that really the same thing as people crushing Dixie Chick CDs in parking lots with steamrollers because they mildly criticized George W. Bush, who lied to get us into a war that killed 1 million people? I don't know, Bill. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the same thing to me, but anyway, there's not a lot of people like that. I agree. It was a very small amount of people. Most are just trying not to get in trouble, but there's a small collection of lunatics, either on the right or the left. Are the people that were upset with Gina Carano because of what she said, are they lunatics? Is it lunatics to think she's a piece of shit for comparing herself to a Holocaust victim because she got shit on for the stupid things that she said? Not really sure I agree with him. At any given moment, that causes hysteria. And now, there's so many media outlets that want eyeballs. This is true, I agree with this part. They make money off advertising. Yep. That they give attention to these crazy fringe people. I agree with all that, folks. That's true. But what you should do is you should say, hey, everybody has a right to give their opinion. They have the First Amendment free speech rights to say what they want to about the Gina Carano situation. But, hey, it was just a minority of people, so Disney shouldn't have fired her. Disney should have just fucking ignored them. But, if he had a problem, he should have blamed Disney and capitalism instead of, declaring the liberals as some kind of monolith and blaming all of them. I kind of wish the Bill Burr that appeared on the Bill Maher show and pretty much put Bill Maher in his place. Remember, Bill Maher was like, hey, let's cry about cancel culture. And this is what Bill Maher had to say. He was dead on. Bring back this dude.
And I've always enjoyed you. I think you're a great comic. But I thought tonight maybe we would sort of share a cry together because I think we have something in common, which is that we think political correctness may be ruining comedy, or at least threatening it. Because I know you've had your problems with that.
It's literally the golden age of comedy. It's never been easier to write comedy. You know what it is bad for, though? If you're hacky, if you haven't updated your material in 30 years, and you're telling the same old fucking jokes that everybody's heard a million times before, yeah, everybody's gonna be like, till you're not funny anymore. But if you're actually are funny and you're willing to update your material, holy shit, it's never been a better time to write jokes. This shit writes itself.
And you did a routine recently about how women like it rough, and then, of course, the internet police got all over you.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't notice if that happened because I don't pay attention to it. I don't read comments.
Happened. Yeah, they hated you.
Yeah, but who did?
The haters.
This is my thing. Who? 20 people? 20 people with a hashtag can get a news story going now, and I just don't think there's no problem. The amount of times somebody tells a joke and they'll say that there's a controversy at a comedy club. That's funny is they'll show the clip on the news and you hear the crowd laughing. So the comic is basically guilty of telling a joke that worked.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then if you put it on the news, yeah, it's going to be a completely different context. But I mean, I don't go on stage and worry about what people are thinking. Right. It's a really weird time where people are just bringing this up all the time like this is a major problem. I'm not experiencing it. I think it's a half a dozen
What happened
stories,
to this guy?
And like usual, they're trying to act like, the sky is falling. It isn't. It's a fun time. Come out to a comedy club.
Yes!
You'll have a good time. It's all jokes.
Yes!
Right.
Thank you!
And to undergo that, I mean, Chris Rock says he won't play colleges anymore because they're too politically correct. Daniel.
You just ignore them. It's 3 days. They flip out for 3 days. They try to bully you into an apology.
Well, you can't ignore them when they're right in the audience and you're playing to them.
You tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, believe me.
Exactly.
That's all you do. It's like...
Sweetheart, I do it here every week.
It's
you don't have to tell me.
Manufactured strategic outrage.
Right. Then forget it. Let's not have a good cry together. But as long
Is that
as
not what you wanted out of that?
as long as we're
Nope, didn't get what you wanted. But Bill Burr's kind of changed his opinion about it. He's kind of playing into more of the cancel culture bullshit now, which is sad to see. But yeah, should have just said that. It's just a small group of people. We could just tell them to fuck off, and like it was Disney's fault. Disney just wants to fucking make money. They fired Gina Carano, and they should have just ignored him. That's what he should have said. But nah, he's got to play under the goddamn stupid narrative. So I still like Bill Burr, but kind of disappointed in his take, just slightly. And speaking of people who got in trouble for being controversial, I'm going to read the super chats. Be sure to get your super chats, folks. Not a whole lot of people are doing it, but I'm trying to make the show go faster. So anyway, if it doesn't work out, I'll have to go back to the old format. So remember, Terry Crews got in a little bit of trouble because he decided to put his fucking dumbass 2 cents in about the Black Lives Matter controversy. He's like, if you are a child of God, I'm not. You are my brother and sister. I'll still be your brother, but I ain't a child of God. I have family of every race, creed, and ideology. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. The fuck you talking about, Terry Crews? Yeah, so that didn't go over well. And then, oh yeah, he got lots of chuds backing him up for that. Remember, Ian Mao's wrong. Preach! Says Ian Mao's wrong. Look, oh, he dyed his hair. Hi, he lost a little weight and dyed his hair. Way to go, Ian Mao's wrong. Wrongest boy on the internet. I know his name's Ian, doesn't matter. And then he did the propaganda video for Amazon where he was talking about how cool it was to work at Amazon, all while he was wearing a $39,000 watch. Yeah, I remember that.
We're here. I heard Amazon was hiring a bajillion people and thought I'd take a look for myself. Do you have to go with the arrow up?
Yeah.
The arrow up. So Amazon does pay for tuition?
Yep.
So what do you think my major
Amazon,
should be?
great place to live, according to Terry. So anyway, now he's like, it was a mistake, y'all. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. He's like, I really do want to apologize to anyone that was offended. That is not the way you apologize. God damn it. What you say is, hey, I was a fucking idiot. I was wrong. I understand why you were offended. And I will do better next time. But anyway, and who was hurt deeply? As an example, as an African-American man, a black man here in this country, I did not want to give the perception that we're supposed to gloss this over and forgive the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd. The need for us as a people to actually come together and really be what we need to be to this, our country. He added, we died and fought, and I'm not giving it away. This is our inheritance. And then he said, I just wanted peace. And I guess it goes back to my approval. It goes back to my need for approval. It went back to that. And again, it was a mistake. It was a mistake to tweet that out at the time. So basically, it's like, hey, I just wanted the white folks to approve of me. So yeah, I might have sold the Black Lives Matter movement out a little bit, but oopsie daisies, sorry, my bad. But hey, at least he apologized. You know, I guess he seems like an okay guy. And as the king of cancel culture, I say since he apologized, let's only cancel him for like another 4 or 5 years tops. And then if he grovels enough the next 4 or 5 years, he could be on probation for like 6 or 7 years. And then he's scot-free. That's what I say. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. I don't give a shit. It's all bullshit. It's all made up. What's a dumb thing to tweet? And yo, he's sorry, everybody. Disappointed. And then, folks, oh my God. Russia in this goddamn trash world just straight out threatening to nuke the UK. They're like, yeah, we just gonna blow nuclear bombs up in the ocean and then radioactive water will just flood your goddamn entire country. Super cool, Russia. Another option is to plunge Britain into the depths of the sea using Russia's unmanned underwater vehicle Poseidon. It approaches its targets with a depth of 1 kilometer at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. There's no way of stopping this underwater drone. The warhead on it has a yield of 100 megatons. The explosion of this thermonuclear torpedo by Britain's coastline will cause a dynamic tsunami wave up to 500 meters high. Such a barrage alone also carries extreme doses of radiation. Having passed over the British Isles, it will turn whatever might be left of them into a radioactive desert, unfit for anything for a long time. Super cool. Yay, Russia. You guys want to fuck around and find out? I hope not. Like, I hope the United States has all kinds of secret shit we don't even know about. I hope they have like these UFO type things that could just beam nuclear fucking bombs out of the goddamn sky. I hope we all have all kinds of space missile systems, Star Wars programs and shit that'll keep us safe. But I'm just saying, Russia, every other country, like all the other first world countries, we all got nukes too. Why do you want to die so bad? Like your grandma, your kids, your grandchildren, all your family. Why? Why? Is that really worth it? Just saying, I might want to tell Putin to go fuck himself, because I want to live, yo. Can't we all get along? And goddamn it, this fucking trash world don't get much more trashy than this. You guys hear about the Kansas City that voted unanimously to ban roommates? They called it co-living rentals, but they're banning roommates. So houses have shot up in price, and this little hamlet that they're talking about, they went up from $324,000 on average to $443,000 on average just for a fucking house. And so people are like, hey, I would not like to be homeless, please. Let's get together and buy a house and like rent the rooms out or whatever, you know. And but they're like, no, you cannot do that. So it says, let me see where it says. Basically what it says is that if you have 4 people living in the house together and even one of them is not related to the other ones, bands can't do that. Fuck y'all. Fuck the poors. Just be homeless, I guess. Hey, if you motherfuckers want to rent something, take your ass to a goddamn apartment complex. You can't do what you want to do with your own houses here. So yeah, that can't be like, I guess they made it legal, but surely there'll be a challenge to that in the court system. What the fuck? God damn it, this country is just so fucking pathetic. And then folks, one more on the trash world. Did you guys hear about this crazy ass story? So this I don't want to look shame her, but her looks are kind of germane to this whole thing, basically. So anyway, this lady was a corrections officer, and she was in charge of this gentleman, this 6'9", 270-pound behemoth. So what apparently happened, I don't have no confirmation of this yet, but all the details, all the evidence supports what I'm about to say. He seduced her. Like I said, she kind of homely looking a little bit, and he's like tall. He's tall, dark, and homicidally. So he was like, hey, baby, yeah, we could run away together. Just break me out of prison. Oh, yeah, he was in jail for a whole bunch of shit, but he was going on trial for capital murder because he murdered a lady. But he was already in jail for 75 years ahead of that. So bad dude. So a month before this happens, she sells her house. They planned this whole thing to make sure she had the money for the getaway. And then on the day she was supposed to retire, she checked his ass out claiming that he had a court appearance or something, and then left the jail, and they disappeared. So, yep, there's an arrest warrant for both of them. They trying to find them, but you know what you did, girl. You got seduced by this big, tall piece of shit, and hopefully he don't kill you. Like, what are you fucking thinking? How horny are you? That's super horny. When you're like, hey, he probably won't kill me. He's sexy. He tall. I want that dick. It worked it. I like the bad boys. Can't get any badder than a capital murderer. So they gonna find you, girl. They gonna find you, put you in jail. You just ruin your whole fucking life. I don't know what's wrong with you. But anyway, keep your eye out for this woman. And if you see a guy who is 6'9", 270 pounds, call the police. Not any guy. A guy that looks like this specifically. But anyway, crazy story. I'll keep you guys apprised of what the fuck going on with this as more details emerge. And that is my trash world. All right, now it's the midway through the show. And folks, I have a Patreon. You guys know how Patreon works. Like you go donate $1 to. My Patreon's way down. So like, hey, if you like what I do, if you like my show, please consider supporting me. You do good work here, and I would very much appreciate it. And also, Super Chats. The lifeblood of the show is the Super Chats. I answer every question during the show. I'm sure the Super Chats will be down. Yeah, the Super Chats are way down because I'm not reading them throughout the show. I may have to go back to the old style because I don't know if I'll be able to afford to do this. But anyway, what you gonna do? Cooper Lover, Dusty, here's some money. Good to see you tonight. Hey, good to see you, Cooper Lover. Appreciate you joining me. Pub Night Off Jesus. Dead Pirate Tattoo. My good buddy E. Sending me some love. Much love back to you, E. He told me something very important tonight. I can't tell you what it is, but I'm gonna have so much fun with it. Thank you for the information, E. The pub night noticed all the people the media browbeat us to view as heroes were really horrible people. Shocker! It's the way it always is. Fucking media. The pub night. Remember, the alt-right hated her because she was taking over the Mandalorian. Amazing how empty they are. Yeah, she's a Mary Sue. I can't believe they have a woman on here being a badass. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, I can't believe they fired the woman. She was a badass. Yep, can't have it both ways. How to teach kids God. Push to class, don't show up. Yep, indoctrination. It's okay if they do it. What's up, Elle? Played Tiny Tina's Wonderland with Elle for 8 hours yesterday. That was fun. Got to do some more of that. Tom Crowell, did you see Terry Crews defend his tweet? No, I didn't. I have to look that up. Sad. No. Big car repair equals small money for Dusty. Hey, it all adds up. Appreciate the pitchforks. Get that shit fixed. Urban Mass. Sad. Terry seems like a great guy, but it's clear that he has a prize. Yep. He really wants to appeal to us whiteys. Hey, fuck us whiteys, Terry. Urban Moss, she gave up her retirement for some inmate loving. I hope it was worth it. The Neanderthal love stick, yep, gonna be very temporary. She gonna regret it for the rest of her goddamn life. But hey, get that tall dick while you can. Gina wasn't fired. They did renew her contract. All right, fair point. Cuber Lover, they murdered. Dusty makes me think of Charles Manson. Yep. Except Charles Manson was literally guys like 5 foot tall. But other than that, yep. Deepak Kumar, $4.99. What's up, Deepak? Good to see you tonight. And beep boop from John Porter. All right, cool. Thanks for that, folks. Please hit the like button. Only half of you have done it. That means the other half are the worst people who've ever lived. Horrible! Worse than Trump. So please hit the like button. More super chats as the show goes on. At the end of the show, I'm going to do a Q&A with all the poors out there, and I'm going to read the rest of the super chat. So please super chat me if you're able to. Help out the new format on the show if you like the speedy new way I'm doing the show. Would appreciate it. Now, folks, it's time for Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. And I'm sorry for those of you out there who have tone-deaf ears that don't understand the advanced nuances of my incredible singing voice. But you'll get there. You get there. All of you can be audiophiles. I know you can't appreciate my wondrous voice like you should. But work it out, motherfuckers. This week, folks, there was a new Trump rally. There has to be one every goddamn week now because the guy's ego just can't survive if he doesn't have people sucking his taint 365 days a year. And as I always say, it's a cult. So this dude mailed Trump pictures of his house, I guess, with his Trump flags all over it. And they actually think that Trump personally wrote them back or some shit. Like Trump doesn't have fucking a whole team of people writing back in his place. But look how excited they are to get some bullshit from fake Trump.
Country, love of God. But what does it feel like as a parent to have kids that are so involved in coming to a Trump rally and showing support for the greatest president in our lifetime and the greatest country on earth?
I mean, it just feels really good. I mean, he just loves Trump. He even wrote a letter to Mar-a-Lago to Trump, and Trump wrote back. President Trump.
Talk about that letter. I mean, what did you say, and then what did he write back?
Oh, no, I didn't really write much. I just showed pictures of our house and the flags that we have up. And then he just said how proud he was.
How awesome is that? That's
so
President
awesome.
Trump for you. He is the president
That's
for the
President
people,
Trump.
without a doubt.
He was in Mar-a-Lago, and he was like, I'm going to write this kid back personally. And he got his pen out. Dear kid, I'm so proud that you have Trump flags everywhere. Hey, thanks for worshiping me. Feels good, man. Feels real good. Totally. That's what happened, you dumb little shit. And then I guess I shouldn't call these kids dumb little shits. I guess they're just indoctrinated by their parents, which is sort of sad. But anyway, way to bring the kids into the cult. Here's a whole family and not that classy. But anyway, let's have a listen to this sad bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
you picked a
us.
good one.
You guys too?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys picked a great one. Now, what is the best thing about President Trump? Why do you and your entire family and your friends and your school and your teachers, what do they love the most about President Trump?
I love that he loves our family.
Oh, look at that.
Holy shit. This is the type of shit that will make Kim Jong-il blush. This is the kind of shit North Korea sees. They're like, dude, that's a bit much right there. Holy God. And of course, then her parents have to teach her that anybody who likes Joe Biden or supports Joe Biden is somehow ignorant. Let's watch the indoctrination.
She loves that he loves the family. And so I know as a parent, boy, that just makes your heart melt, right?
For sure, no doubt about it.
Now, Joe Biden, do you have any friends at school that like Joe Biden?
Maybe a couple.
Okay, that's okay. You can still be friends with them, though, right?
They're in the corner drooling.
They're in the corner trying to figure out how to write their name. But
they're so stupid. Fuck Joe Biden. We're the intelligent ones. We're clearly the master race. Just look at us all. Super smart. Depressing. Then, folks, this guy ain't worried about the sexual assault allegations made by Republican women against candidate Charles Hipster. Let's see why.
What is it about Herbster that you love so much?
Trump endorsed.
That's all that matters.
And it's funny, a buddy of mine called me 2 or 3 weeks ago, was telling me about all the controversy. I said, yeah, it's the same thing they did with Trump, they did with Matt Gaetz.
That's right. Don't believe the sexual assault charges at all, because that's what they did with Trump. I mean, yeah, there's like 18 women that accused Trump of sexual assault, and it's pretty much verified. And I mean, Trump did say specifically likes to grab women by the pussy. Don't even ask them. They just let him get away with it because he's famous. And yeah, we know Matt Gaetz has been investigated by the FBI. We've actually seen his payments to underage girl he trafficked across state lines to have sex with, but it's all made up. The fucking media ain't worried about sexual assault. Say the people that think the teachers are grooming your kids. Yikes. And then, folks, did you know Michael Jackson is still alive? It's gotta be true.
Tell us about it. What is Negative 48?
Okay, well, Negative 48 is Michael Brian Protzman. He is teaching gematria. Michael Jackson sang about it. A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3.
And so what is gematria exactly?
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. A being 1 and Z being 26.
So Michael Jackson, was he part of Negative 48?
No, but he is.
You keep saying is he?
He's alive, brother. Michael Jackson's not dead.
Michael Jackson is alive.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, let's bring him back here for a second.
JFK
who do you think?
Not dead.
Really?
He was resurrected 4 days later as Jesus Christ, just like
Wait,
Lazarus. Yeah, bro,
JFK was resurrected as Jesus Christ.
Absolutely, absolutely, and he is your president, and Junior is your vice president as we speak.
As we speak, right now, JFK Sr. is president and JFK Jr. is vice president.
Absolutely.
That's right, folks. JFK Sr. is president, but also let's blame Joe Biden for inflation and gas prices and the pullout in Iraq and the fact that Putin thinks he's so weak he had attacked Ukraine. Joe Biden is responsible for all that, but at the same time, also, JFK is president, and also on top of that, Michael Jackson, totally alive. So hide your children. Don't hide your wife, just hide your children, because clearly he alive and gonna molest everybody. So zombie Michael Jackson coming to molest everybody's children. Hee hee. Talking about a thriller. And folks, imagine if Joe Biden got up there and couldn't remember people's names. Imagine if he couldn't even pronounce Mitt Romney, I think he's going to pronounce here. Imagine what Joe Rogan would say. He's clearly had dementia. He's like a walking dead person. But no, Trump does it. They ignore the shit out of it.
Even though it was totally made up. That was about a guy named a rhino named Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney. A rhino named Mitt Romney, says Dementia Don, which was trending. Because it seems like he's got it. And then, folks, he couldn't remember J.D. Vance's name, who he supported. Instead, he called him J.D. Mandel, which is another guy who he didn't support. But But here he is. Can't remember shit. Dementia Don.
That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for one race. You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel. And he's doing great.
No,
they're
you
all
didn't.
Doing good.
No, you didn't. You mean JD Vance. Dementia Don can't remember shit. But as Joe Rogan would say, he hasn't aged a day. Sharp as a fucking tack. Trump. Clearly he's all mentally there. Man, woman, TV, whatever the fuck the rest of it was. And then, folks, speaking of JD Vance, JD Vance wants you to know that evil-ass Joe Biden is purposely trying to get Trump voters killed with fentanyl. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, don't they have some agency for themselves? If they take the fentanyl themselves, aren't they sort of responsible for their own deaths? No, they're not. Joe Biden purposely letting fentanyl come to the country so Trump supporters can die off. Gotta be true.
That if you wanted to kill a bunch of MAGA voters in the middle of the heartland, how better than to target them and their kids with this deadly fentanyl? And the crazy thing, of course, is it's not just drug addicts who are affected by this, right? I mean, of course, most of our voters are not people who are suffering from some addiction, but they know a lot of people who are, right? Their kids are affected by it. A lot of grandparents, man, who are taking care of grandkids that they weren't expecting to take care of because this fentanyl killed their children, right? And those grandparents had to step up. So it's really a border crisis that has gone all over the country. It's not just the southern border states that are affected by it. It's everybody. And man, it does look intentional. It's like Joe Biden wants to punish the people who didn't vote for him, and opening up the floodgates to the border is one way to do it.
That's right, folks. Trump supporters are more likely to take fentanyl, I guess, apparently, according to JD Vance. Doesn't seem like he has much respect for you, but I guess it's got to be true. And then Joe Biden's like, fuck. Somehow I know that Trump supporters are way more likely to take fentanyl, so I'm just gonna target you by randomly letting into the country, and you don't have any agency. Joe Biden, evil fucking mastermind, but also has Alzheimer's and is The Walking Dead. Completely stupid, but also incredibly evil and dastardly at the same time. Don't think about it, folks. Don't think about it. And one more from JD Vance. Did you guys see this one? The Good Liars decided to mock him during the middle of one of his speeches. Pretty funny. Let's watch.
That's the president. He said, "What's a president?"
Hey, JD, I got your book.
Okay.
And I just had one question for you.
Can I finish my remarks first?
Yeah, I just want to know if I could get a refund. I didn't like the book very much.
All right.
It's $16.99.
You're gonna go.
It's $21 in Canada. Could I have $16.99 plus tax?
No, you can't.
Do either of you guys have cash on you?
No.
Just $16.99 plus tax.
You're gonna need to go.
It just wasn't that good. I didn't find the main character wasn't very likable.
The main character was him. Burn! I love The Good Liars. Funny troll that motherfucker. He dumb. But he got Trump's endorsement, so he'll probably get elected, because that's what this goddamn trash world is like. And then, folks, I don't think the tutoring sessions with Herschel Walker are working very well. So, like, Herschel Walker is just dumb as a fucking bag of rocks. Like, just a complete fucking moron. Can barely string a sentence together. So, obviously, they've tried to tutor the talking points about regulations into his brain, about how other countries don't have as many regulations as we do, so we can't really compete with them. They can make goods cheaper than we make, so we have to, I guess, get rid of all the laws that protect our workers in this country. So, he's not dishing out very good, though, folks. Doesn't seem to be repeating it very well. Let's have a listen to this guy who's definitely going to fucking win in this goddamn stupid fucking country.
He's talking about removing regulations so we can do things in this country. If people think about it, right now we're going outside this country to get things made, and they don't have the regulation, but we bring them back in this country where we get all the regulation and getting things made. We got to get people back to work, get people to...
Dude, so close. But even if he would have nailed this talking point, the talking point is incredibly fucking stupid. Basically, it's like, hey, other countries don't have the same regulations we do against child labor over in Malaysia. They can have little 10-year-olds making shirts, and they can do it way cheaper. So clearly, we got to get rid of all our child regulations over here so we can compete. No, goddammit. Bad Herschel Walker. Not a good talking point, but it's the same libertarian bullshit that they've always spewed. Doesn't make any sense now, just like it's never made sense. And then, folks, so depressing, but I don't know if you guys heard that lots of celebrities that are considered on the left, people like Luke Skywalker here, lost tens of thousands of followers on Twitter, while people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Ted Cruz gained tens of thousands of subscribers. Now, it's easy to understand why this happened, because Elon Musk bought Twitter. The chuds now are flocking back to Twitter. A lot of them left to go to Getter, Gab, all the right-wing alternatives to Twitter. But now, because Elon Musk is the new superhero of the right, they feel emboldened to return. And a lot of people on the left don't want to be a part of Twitter anymore because they think it's going to become a cesspool of bullying, a toxic atmosphere where trans people, gay people, black people are mistreated, which probably is exactly what's going to happen. But never miss an opportunity to spread a bullshit conspiracy theory. Here's Ted Cruz. This is stunning. Twitter accepted Elon Musk's offer on 4/25. On 4/26, the very next day, my account went from 1 to 2K new followers to 25 to 70K new followers. This is very depressing. Other conservatives are seeing the same obvious shadow ban. It's a conspiracy. They were shadow banning me. But Elon Musk hasn't even taken over yet. He doesn't be in charge until like another couple months. So has nothing to do with that whatsoever. But always got to play the victim. Always got to pretend like you're being oppressed in some way. God damn it. Sad that he's being rewarded so much. 30,000 to 70,000 new subscribers a day. Trash world. That's what it fucking is. And one more on the Chud Watch. They had the correspondence dinner last night where they basically roast everybody, make fun of the press, make fun of politicians, make fun of the president. They used to have this all the fucking time, but Trump discontinued this because he's such a whiny piss baby. He couldn't take being fucking teased. They say the left has no sense of humor, but Trump fucking ran from this. Didn't do it, I don't think once the entire time he was in the White House. But anyway, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. But let's just listen to one joke from Joe Biden where he roasts Fox News for spreading anti-vax disinfo while at the same time all being vaccinated like the fucking hypocrites they are.
We're here to show the country that we're getting through this pandemic. Plus, everyone had to prove they were fully vaccinated and boosted. So if you're at home watching this and you're wondering how to do that, just contact your favorite Fox News reporter. They're all here, vaccinated and boosted. All of them.
Yeah. Cut to Steve Ducey, who doesn't seem too pleased by it. Yeah. Ooh. Done nothing but spread misinformation, but yeah, point out the hypocrisy. Love to see it. Good on you, Joe Biden. All right, cool. That's my Chud Watch. Like I said, gonna do the super chats at the end of the show, so be sure to send in your super chats. Support the show if you can. And next up, gonna roll right into it, folks, on the new, faster-paced Cult of Dusty show, and do a little segment I like to call Beyond Parody! It's all Beyond Parody, but there's a few standouts this week. First off, on Beyond Parody, you guys know Dr. Oz is an everyman. Last time we saw him, and he was wearing a suit jacket and had a shovel in a backhoe. He was about to shovel everything, and now he's out shooting guns. Definitely not a pandering asshole.
My father taught me how to handle my first gun. I taught my son Oliver how to do the same.
So tough.
I've been shooting and hunting my whole life. So when people say I won't support guns, they're dead wrong.
Don't worry, folks. I'm a piece of shit like you are.
Look
Other
at this
conservatives
pandering
know that I'm
bullshit.
strong on the Second Amendment. Ted Nugent, Rick Perry, President Trump.
Oh, the big
But our
ones.
Second Amendment is not just about hunting. It's about our constitutional right to protect ourselves from intruders or an overly intrusive government. So as your next U.S. Senator, I will fight for our Constitution.
It's like, yeah, put me in the government, and then if you want to, you can kill me with guns if you think you have to. Like if I go across the line of too much, go ahead and murder me. That's what we have the Second Amendment for.
Your rights.
Dr. Oz, not just a typical politician. He's definitely not pandering to the fucking idiot conservatives this works with, folks. Beyond parody. And then, folks, oh yeah, Ron DeSantis took a little shit. These are the same people who first lied about Mr. Potato Head, claimed the left was canceling Mr. Potato Head. We're the ones that are upset by Mr. Potato Head. We're the ones who were upset by Dr. Seuss when we weren't. No one gave a shit. Had nothing to do with us. While they are literally the ones upset by cartoons, freaking out about it. You are the snowflakes you've been waiting for. So here he is, bitching about modern day Disney cartoons and romanticizing the past when cartoons wasn't all liberal bullshit. They were safe to watch. You know, safe spaces for us all.
One of the things that really bugged me were these Zoom videos with all these people that are high up in Disney talking about how it was their intention to inject sexuality into the program.
No. They said they're going to have gay characters. They didn't say anything about injecting sexuality. Unless you think having straight characters is also injecting sexuality. And of course, they don't. They just think anything to do with gay people is strictly sex. That's all they see. They don't see human beings. They don't see love. They don't see normal people. All they see is sexual deviance, which is exactly why he's saying this.
For these very young kids. And so my wife and I, we're thinking to ourselves, when we were young, you could watch cartoons without having to worry. Now parents have to sit there and worry about what are they trying to inject in? What type of ideology are they trying to pursue? And that is wrong.
It's wrong, folks. Why can't we go back to the old days where cartoons were not political at all and they didn't try to inject any kind of sexuality, except for the fact that, you remember the old cartoons, right? Like you remember, like when Bugs Bunny murdered someone for coughing? Yeah, remember that? Remember Bugs Bunny cross-dressed all the time? Imagine if they made these cartoons today. They will be freaking the fuck out. Bugs Bunny, who is a male, I believe, a male rabbit, cross-dressing. Here he is cross-dressing again. Look, he's trying to seduce the rednecks. Oh my God, y'all. This is clearly transgender propaganda. They're grooming our kids. Look at this, folks, undeniable. And here he is. He's trying to fuck Elmer Fudd. What? Not only is this gay, it's bestiality. It's a twofer. And guys might remember we had rapey skunks. We had a skunk raping a cat every week, goddammit. Remember that shit? Le Pew? Yeah, and even Elmer Fudd cross-dresses. Remember that? Hell yeah. They will be freaking the fuck out. What he talking about? What are you talking about, you fucking moron? Anyway, he got roundly roasted. You love to fucking see it. Snowflakes. You are a snowflake. And of course the quartering. Yeah. Oh, the kissing. As long as it's heterosexual. Yay, I like that. Oh no. 2 gay characters held hands. You made it sexual. You're grooming. Almost like you guys are full of shit. Culture war. That's all they got. And then Laura Ingraham out here lying her ass off. So you guys might have heard that Joe Biden trying to cancel some student debt. I don't know if he's going to or not, but he's talking about it. And the right freaking out. Oh, hell no. You do not cancel student debt. You do not try to help people and get some free education. Knowledge should be expensive as fuck. So Laura Ingraham out here lying her ass off and saying, my mom worked as a waitress until she was 73. Well, that's awful. That's not a good... This is not a good story. This is not a heartwarming story. This is horrible. Worked till she was 73 as a waitress to help pay for our college. Even helped with loan repayment. Loan forgiveness Just another insult to those who play by the rules. To which people pointed out, you graduated Dartmouth in 1985. Your mother died in 1999. From 1985 to 1999, you worked as a presidential speechwriter, an editor, and after law school in 1991, clerked for U.S. Circuit Judge and was an associate for one of the largest law firms in the country. Yet you let your mother work as a waitress and depended on her to help you pay your loans until her death? Either you are a horrible person or a liar. Yeah, you're both. Clearly fucking lying. Good God, they will say anything. And other people jumped on the bandwagon. Personally, if it were the early 1990s and I were a Dartmouth-educated attorney and knew that my elderly mother was still working as a waitress in order to pay off her student loans, I would help her not have to do that. But maybe that's just me. But hey, maybe you're a better person than horrendous piece of shit Laura Ingraham. Good God, this story does not make you look good, Laura. Might want to tell another one. And then, folks, so you guys know who Brendan Schaub is? Brendan Schaub is used to be a MMA fighter. Mainly, he's only famous because he is one of Joe Rogan's best friend. They are like these cottage industry of orbiters who can make a living and become wealthy just by being friends with people who are rich and famous. And Brendan Schaub is a great example of this. He's recently most famous for putting out the worst comedy specials in history. That's a meme, basically, about Brendan Schaub, is that he's the worst comedian on the face of the planet. And IMDb pretty much agrees. The ratings for his first comedy special were 1.6, and the new one, The Gringo Papi, 1.1. So we're going to look at some of this cringe. But let's start off with the fact that he was on Logan Paul's show, which is kind of depressing in itself. If you're Joe Rogan's fan, no matter how untalented you are, you can still get booking and advertisement on some of the biggest fucking podcasts in the world. But they actually seem kind of rude to him a little bit. Let's have a look.
Well, I should say why you're on. Well, like you're on this show because you have a special coming out.
Because he's Joe Rogan's friend.
I want to talk
Thursday.
about. This Thursday? Wait, next week?
Next week, Thursday.
Okay, so this will be coming out 2 days. Oh, awesome. Where is it coming out?
YouTube. Decided to do YouTube.
You're a YouTube. Are you a vlogger?
No, not at all. No.
Yes.
You do YouTube?
You know, try.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
You cooked, brother.
You cooked.
We got to go to dinner.
Wait, right now?
I think so.
A 42-minute Boys Only episode?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Is that how
Stop
long?
talking to this guy.
What'd you say? No, I want to hear what you're saying right now.
Awkward. I want to get away
Dude,
from
you know
so
what?
bad.
I'm going to tell the story about your brother. So he was at the Improv, right? And me and him are, just chopping up. And he goes, "You think I'll?"
We got to go to dinner, bro.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So where can they watch your special?
Thanks, man. Thick Boy YouTube drops Thursday.
Great, congrats, dude.
Yeah.
That's fun. I'll be watching.
Yeah, thanks, brother. It's
What
called The Gringo Papi. I just roast my Mexican family. I roast the shit out of them.
So basically, he just wants an excuse to tell jokes about Mexican people because he's not funny. He's just a fucking hack.
They were not happy when they came out.
Fantastic. Kevin, how do you feel about that? He's Mexican.
Yeah, we'll see.
He goes, I haven't heard the jokes.
Some Flamin' Hot Cheeto jokes in there, shit like that.
Flamin' Hot Cheeto jokes. Definitely high-level comedic stuff. So Brendan Schaub, who was born in Colorado, is a white dude, by the way, wants an excuse to make Mexican jokes because he's a hacky motherfucker. So here he is just lying about his wife in order to give him cover and make it more acceptable for all the Mexican joke he's telling.
I married a Mexican, y'all. I married a Mexican. Dallas, I don't mean like Taco Bell Mexican. No. I'm talking Guadalajara. Born and raised. Came to the States 10 years ago. Illegally Mexican.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Yeah, so I was born in Hollywood, California, which is ironic, but it's true. I was born at Kaiser off of Sunset.
Dicey.
Hilarious! So, folks, it's okay that he's telling Mexican jokes because his wife wasn't illegal, but she wasn't. Dude, busted! And then, if you wanted more proof what a beyond parody piece of shit racist this motherfucker is, here he is doing the racist Asian voice to mock an Asian doctor who has the whitest sounding voice in real life I've ever seen. Watch this cringe bullshit.
This giant Asian doctor walks up to me and goes, Mr. Shab, sorry for your loss. Thank you, that makes me feel better. Thank you for that. He goes, but your lip.
My name is Dr. Greg Shue. I'm a board-certified ophthalmologist. I'm the UFC consultant physician. I take care of all the fighters as well as employees within the UFC family.
He takes out the biggest syringe you've ever seen in your life, like it's out of a goddamn comic book. Goes, Mr. Shab, after you numb your lip, you need many, many stitches. This be worst pain in your life, guaranteed. Worst pain in your life.
What I enjoy the most is really seeing the rapport that I have with the fighters. I've got to know them so well that they just know me now, and they just know me as the doc.
So, yeah, folks. Who shot? This is Joe Rogan's best friend or one of his best friends. Nobody. Man, I want to become best friends with Joe Rogan so I can make me some big fucking bucks being completely fucking unfunny and racist. Not really, though. Not really. Embarrassing, but also beyond parody. And then, folks, speaking of beyond parody, so Dilbert's cartoon creator, Scott Albums, finally, after 33 years, added his first black character. And of course, the first thing he did was have the black character tell the one joke. You know the joke. So here it is. Here's the genius cartoonist, Scott Adams. Management asked me to add some diversity to the engineering team. Meet Dave. And Dave's a black guy, and he's like, I identify as white. Hilarious. Not hacky at all. Never heard this joke before. And then the guy says, you're ruining everything, Dave. You ruined it. So the only reason Scott Adams made this cartoon was so he could collect oppression points. So he could claim that he got canceled because he knew it would be controversial, him telling the one joke. And because people told him, hey, that's stupid. That's a hacky ass joke. That's the same joke you guys always tell. He could like, oh my God, you don't have a sense of humor. So of course, not all the outlets that run his Dilbert cartoon would run this piece of shit. So he's like, I just learned that a newspaper group won't run my upcoming comic that introduces the first black character Dave to the Dilbert verse. Yep, you're the victim here, Scott. Of course you are. Collect those cancellation dollars. That's what it's all fucking about. Transparent as fuck. But it gets even worse, folks, and this is beyond parody. So I guess this fucking ridiculous dipshit doesn't know that on the weekdays, they don't color the comic strips. So the whole thing doesn't make any sense. Managers asked me to add some diversity to the engineering team. Meet Dave, who looks like a white guy. I identify as white. Well, no shit. You're clearly a white guy according to this cartoon. You ruined everything, Dave. How? He a white guy? God damn it. Beyond parody. Thank you for your service, morons. At least we can make fun of you. And then, did you guys hear about Joe Manchin? So you know who Joe Manchin is. He's a Democrat, but he's the one making sure that even though the Democrats have a majority in the House, they can't pass any fucking laws because he sides with Republicans and everything. He's basically a fucking Republican. He's only a Democrat in name only. So shocking, he put out this ad endorsing a Republican candidate and bragging about how he destroyed Joe Biden's Build Back Better program.
I've always said if I can't go home and explain it, I can't vote for it. And that's why I oppose Build Back Better. For Alex Mooney and his out-of-state supporters to suggest David McKinley supported Build Back Better is an outright lie. David McKinley has always opposed reckless spending because it doesn't make sense for West Virginia. Alex Mooney has proven he's all about Alex Mooney. But West Virginians know David McKinley is all about us.
I'm David McKinley, and I approve this message.
Yay! Way to go out there and shill for Republicans. God damn it. Why don't you just switch parties? Man, let's primary this guy fucking Stat Get him out of there. And speaking of beyond parody, folks, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has no sincerity, no integrity whatsoever. All she does is spread MAGA talking points and kiss Trump's ass, is going to go out there and accuse somebody else of not being sincere or authentic and spreading MAGA talking points. This is a woman who couldn't remember anything she said or did about January 6th. If she had any integrity, any authenticity, she would have stood by what she said. But no, of course, she has to run from it because she can't actually take responsibility for anything. But then she's going to accuse the other person of being exactly the same thing that she is. Beyond parody.
For Josh Mandel, I didn't see the sincerity there. I didn't see the authenticity. I just saw someone that learned to speak MAGA and just repeat it over and over. I'm tired of those candidates. We don't want those people serving in Congress. We don't want those people in Washington. And so that's why I endorse JD.
Where's the Spider-Man meme where you're pointing at each other? You're talking about yourself. You're talking about yourself. What the fuck? How can this be real life? Good goddamn y'all. And then, folks, did you guys see this news report? So this is one of the women who became famous for spreading anti-vax talking points, anti-vax memes. She is supposedly a PhD, Robin Openshaw. But it turns out, and I know you're going to be shocked by this, she's been lying the whole time. Let's take a look.
She claims she moved to Florida because she wanted to have DeSantis be her governor because she thinks Cox is a fraud and a puppet of the cabal. Now that I see she's doing this speaking tour and saying she has a PhD, it just feels like she's gone too far.
Tonight, Fox 13 investigates a prominent Utah businesswoman who sells smoothies, speeches, and an anti-vaccine message, all while claiming to have a doctorate. Critics say that she's been leveraging her PhD all to make money. But Fox 13 investigative reporter Adam Herbets found out she's been dishonest about many of her credentials.
No. Get out.
Robin Openshaw's most well-known business is Green Smoothie Girl, but lately she's been focused on organizing events where people gather to discuss their political and scientific beliefs on medical freedom. We've learned even those who agree with her views on masks and vaccines dislike the idea of her misstating her credentials to sell those ideas.
We're here to talk about medical freedom. We're here talking about our right to free speech.
We are fighting a war waged by the pharmaceutical industry.
This promotional video for a series of events in Florida encourages people to stand for democracy, stand for your body, stand for your children, as people rise up against the global coup that is COVID-19.
Just the fact that we have billions, if not trillions, of viruses in us at all times should all by itself rule out that viruses make us sick.
Robin Openshaw has been organizing the events, selling tickets, and giving rousing speeches.
We were probably in a lot more risk of dying in a car accident and driving here than we were of getting COVID-19 here and dying.
Openshaw is most well known for her business Green Smoothie Girl, where she sells health and wellness products.
Hey, I'm Robin Openshaw. I just wanted to share a bit about what we're doing here on Green Smoothie Girl. I'm a former psychotherapist and university faculty.
I'm going to get right to the point, and that is get yourself some ivermectin and get it right now. They have covered up the link between autism and vaccines.
According to Openshaw's promotional material and Facebook page, she has a PhD in clinical psychology.
Do you have a PhD?
Yes.
From where?
The University of Utah.
I called them and they said they don't have any record of you having a PhD.
Okay, well.
The University of Utah confirmed Openshaw does have a master's degree in social work, but she does not have a PhD from the university. The state has also confirmed she has never been professionally licensed in Utah.
I completed the coursework and the hours. I just haven't applied.
So you're saying you did all the work, you just didn't get the degree?
That could be debated.
Now that I see she's doing this speaking tour and saying she has a PhD, it just feels like she's gone too far. Her claim is she was a clinical therapist for 10 years In order to do that, she would have had to have been licensed.
This person has known Robin Openshaw for decades. They asked to be anonymous because they're scared of Openshaw's loyal followers.
She is saying that when she was in college, she'd gotten the flu vaccination and that she was in bed for years because of the flu vaccination. Well, I knew her during that time and she was never in bed for 4 years.
Shocker.
4 years?
I was working well over a quarter of a century ago at the Utah State Hospital when I was required to get the flu vaccine and ended up injured and in bed for 4 years.
Family members have also told us Openshaw was never bedridden for 4 years. The state says it has no record of Openshaw ever working at the Utah State Hospital or any other state facility.
I was a government employee then, and I was a government employee in a lot of different places in Utah.
What do you think it says about her that she's willing to say something that's so easily disproven?
I think it says more about the people around her that they don't care to check. Honestly, I don't think they really care. I think they are thrilled to have someone that they see as courageous.
See, this guy gets it. They don't actually give a shit. Conservatives don't care that you lied to them. All they want you to do is repeat back to them their preconceived notions so they can feel like they're right. They'll actually reward you, love you for lying to them. Look at Trump.
Looking out for what they believe in. If they want to continue following her or watching her, that's up to them, but they should at least know. She has worked years grooming those relationships and getting respect from the other people with the PhD behind their name. That's what I'm hoping, is that they know that she is a fraud.
This isn't about old credentials I have. This is, you asked me about my credentials, everything I told you is true.
But you're using those credentials to sell tickets.
No, I'm not even the primary speaker.
But it says PhD on the flyer.
Yep.
Yep.
When we asked Openshaw, how is it possible that 4 different agencies all dispute her credentials, she blamed the media and media overlords for, quote unquote, gaslighting her. Reporting in studio tonight, Adam Herbets.
Yep. You guys are gaslighting me about the lies I told you. Just never take any responsibility. Never own up to anything while always accusing everybody else of playing the victim and not taking responsibility. Conservatism 101. And one more on Beyond Parody for tonight. Oh my fucking God, yo. All right. Let me just play it. Then we can dissect it as we go. Here's a mother and son talking about the war in Ukraine and how it is affected by the anti-vax movement.
Liberals, I get you support Ukraine.
I do.
But did you know that in Ukraine only 34% of people are vaccinated, which means 76% of people chose not to get the vaccine?
Okay, they should be vaccinated. They should have more education there to make sure those people get vaccinated. But regardless of that, I still support them from the war of aggression that Russia has declared upon them, and I support their right to exist and not get invaded and murdered and raped and killed by the thousands. Obviously, it literally has nothing to do with their vaccination status.
So when y'all were saying all the unvaccinated deserve to die, or they should
What?
be gassed or hung and don't deserve medical care.
What? Wait, what? I did what? I said that all unvaccinated people deserve to be hung and gassed? Okay, starting to think this might be slightly, just a little bit, a straw man.
Do you still think the same thing about the Ukrainians?
No, I didn't think it's
If you were
either
shot,
way.
I mean, you'd probably want medical care, but if you're
Yeah.
unvaccinated, you obviously don't deserve it in Ukraine.
Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not. Never said anything like that.
We're just curious. We want to know.
Don't think you're curious about anything. You're just idiots.
Or can you maybe stand by your fellow Canadians that are also unvaccinated now?
I'll stand by your right not to get invaded, murdered, and raped by another country, if that's what you mean.
I mean, that's kind of dumb that y'all think that it's okay to go after Canadians, but it's completely fine for Ukrainians to be unvaccinated. It's not like they're lacking the medical care either.
These things have nothing to do with each other at
They're a
all.
developed country with a strong leader. They can do whatever they need to do to get the vaccine out.
Uh-huh.
But they chose not to actually get the vaccine.
Well, that's dumb.
Now you're supporting them, so why can't you support us?
I'll totally support you. If another country invades you and murders you, you got my support. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is also coming from my 13-year-old. We're just curious.
It's not curious at all. You and your 13-year-old have the same level of intelligence. That's not a good thing, dummy. Holy fucking shit, yo. Canada! Do better. This is bad, and you should feel bad about it. And that's my Beyond Parody section. Hit the like button, everybody. More super chats. Gonna read them right at the end of the show. We're gonna finish up here with a few Karen videos. Let's start it out with a Mecha Karen, folks. I don't know how old this video is. All I know is if anybody tells me this is an old video, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But anyway, bitch, you're caring too much. Ding! Nailed it. And first off, this Karen is such a Karen. She wants to talk to the manager of the airport. Hell yeah.
Me to the ground! My name is Terry Ann Blues. I'm the manager of the fucking airport here. Who saw him choking? Who saw him choke me to the ground? Who saw me?
I saw you run through the door when you weren't supposed to. And I saw him push you out the door.
You deserve it.
I'm pretty sure you're mistaken.
In a dress!
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo! You fuck off!
Not helping. Not helping.
Excuse me? I want the manager of the airport here!
Karen wants the manager of the airports. Shocker. And then this couple apparently was saying racist and homophobic slurs on a plane and was asked to debark the plane. And they're like, no, you have to make sure everybody else gets off the plane. We have to be as biggest assholes as humanly possible. And man, there's this new thing where Trump supporters are now instead worshiping Elon Musk. So this is going to be a new thing that I know I'm going to be covering a lot in the future. They're kind of switching their allegiance now. So instead of from now on me saying 100% they're Trump supporters, in the future it's going to be 100% these are Elon Musk supporters. And don't believe me? They'll tell you themselves how much they love Elon Musk.
Words coming out of my mouth.
Okay, so pretty much
no words. No words. Free speech is dead. Okay, excuse me. Didn't do anything.
You're definitely coming off.
No, we're not coming off.
You are.
And you're gonna have to take everyone off. This is ridiculous. Do you guys see what's happening in America? You didn't like what he said, and now we're getting kicked off a plane. And all of you all are gonna have to wait. This is fucking outrageous. You guys, we're gonna turn into China. It's coming. Cheep, cheep, cheep.
She's going ching, ching, ching. Gotta throw the racism in there.
The president or the master people didn't like what I said. Like how much Really? Really? Oh, I love Elon Musk. He is the best. Elon! He is the fucking king. Because the mask people in our row are kicking us off the
We're
plane.
off the train because the mask.
Kicking us off. You know what? It's a beautiful day. I'm happy to stay one more night. I am suing you. What is your name, sir? I'm suing you, and I'm suing.
Buddy, I guarantee I have more money than
the
you.
airline. Oh
I make more money than you.
I have nothing to do.
Oh, I'm offended.
I used to dance on Broadway, and I'm not getting that fucking vaccine.
Take off.
Trump's gonna win there. Shanghai, guys. What? Yeah, I'm filming you. Because you're the reason we're getting kicked off. Now I got your face.
Got your face, you faggot.
More gay slurs. Classic. Elon Musk. These are your people.
I'm gonna everyone because it was free speech. Now Gene is wrong. No, Gene, we're not getting off. Excuse me. It's our anniversary. No.
Man, I'm fine. Little faggots.
Do not get off. No. You fucking tell me why now.
I'm a retired FBI. I know my rights.
The customers on the aircraft was not cooperating. We're going to have to get everyone off the aircraft and then reboard As soon as the sheriff gets here, we do apologize. We try to negotiate with the president, but it doesn't seem to be working. So we're going to have to take
You out of your mind?
What did we do?
I am out of my mind.
Can you tell me what we did? Listen, you gotta get off the plane because we're Trump supporters. Seriously, I really think that's what it is.
Don't do that. Don't do that because it is your
It's the freedom off the plane when we did nothing wrong. It makes them right. It's fucking wrong. Yeah, put it on YouTube. Actually, you got it facing the wrong way. Yeah, okay.
Classy, super classy as always, Trump supporters. What'd we do? You was yelling gay slurs and racism, and you know, it's a private company. They can kick anybody they want to off. And then, as they got kicked off, oh my God, what the fuck? Why did they delete this? Motherfucker, I'm just gonna download it because fuck this. Workaround. I am gonna download this motherfucker. I don't know why. Can I just click it? Can I click this? Will this work? Okay, fuck that. How about I click this? Nope. God damn it. Anyway, fuck my life. As they were getting off the plane, is that gonna work? Nope. As they were getting off the plane, they got a standing ovation and booze and whatnot. Exactly what you would expect. Don't know why they deleted it, but anyway, fuck all y'all. Elon! Gonna be so much more of this in the future, folks. And one more. This is not a Karen video. This is just a note about the show. You guys see the new video from Vadim? He put out a video about Jordan Peterson, an amazing video, but I kind of got a little cameo in it. I didn't even notice that somebody sent me this, but Dusty versus the alt-right. Hell yeah, I'm in the book collection of this new video, so if you hadn't seen it, very, very much recommended. Let me show you the link here. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. New video by Vadim. He works real hard in his video, and he deserves all you guys' support.
Came to fruition, unfortunately.
Lays and Bear. I saw a lot of footage that I have not seen before about Jordan Peterson and the C16 thing, and he lost a lot of weight. Looking good, Vadim. He's been sick, but he's back. So everybody go and support Vadim. Subscribe to his channel, watch a new video. Appreciate it. And all right, folks, that's my show. That's the content. Now I'm going to do a Q&A with the poors and read the super chats and all that stuff. Hey, if you want to support the show, before you go, please hit the like button and consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Codcast is the link in the description of the video. Click it. Do all the things. I would appreciate it. Help me out if you can. And all right, let's read the super chats. Hit the like button, please, before you go, folks. You be you. I will, Tech. Thank you. Fat Linda. What's up, Fat Linda? Good to see you tonight. Dusty, I'm retiring from the military after 20 years. So happy I got to retire with Joe Biden as president. Thank you, Dusty, for being an actual patriot. Hey, no problem. Thank you for your service. Unironically. Nick Soap Dish. Devious Devil. Nice shirt, Dusty. I appreciate it. I have 3 or 4. I need to get me some more. I wear these same ones all the time. And folks, they're getting kind of tired of me because I'm getting fat. I have decided to stop drinking. And this time, I mean it. At least as much, man. I've been drinking like 4 or 5 boxes of wine a week, and that is not good for you. So we're going to try to get more healthy in the future. I've started working out again a little bit, so hopefully my fucking fat face will thin up a little bit in the coming weeks. Paul Kobeck, very generous, $49.99. Just trying to help. Last couple of shows. The shows helped me get through work. Hey, I appreciate it, Paul. If you guys like the new, faster-paced show, let me know. People were complaining that I don't really get into the show. It's like 7 minutes into the show. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to just jump right into the show. And then at the end, I can just talk to you guys. And if anybody wants to check out on the show, they can do so after the show's over. That sounds like a good way to do it. But like only if I get supported in the super chats. Like if I can't afford to do it, then I can't do it. But so far, you guys have been very supportive. Thank all of you heroes. Mexing like Takis, not hot Cheetos. What do you know about it? Have you married an illegal alien like Brendan Schlopp has? Huh? The Pub Night just wanted to say Alexander the Great was not only a bisexual, he was a proud cross-dresser and referred to himself as both genders. But shh, don't let the alt-right know that. Well, I guess he wasn't that great then. Soy boy, clearly. The EMFB, next dog that humps your leg gets the finish for $10. Hell yeah, that's my kink. Bugs Bunny knows how to sissy that walk. I know. Can I get an amen? Thank you, Selena. Good to see you. Cupid Lover. Dusty, do you remember when Obama was president, he roasted Trump at a party, showing the White House like Vegas casino, and Trump was not pleased? Yup. He'd never had any correspondence dinners after that. Cannot stand being joked about. No sense of humor. And holy shit, April S. Super Chat. Oh wait, chat of the world tonight being extremely generous. Love the show, Dusty. The mods and the chat are the best. I could not agree with you more. We have the best audience on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in live. The jokes you guys make the show so good. The whole family here, the camaraderie makes the show something I look forward to doing every week. Like, when I don't have the material to do it, I feel bad because like I want to hang out with you guys. So very generous April S, and it means a lot. Thank you for supporting the show tonight. Mark Hamill was the only actor who openly called out Star Wars fans who sent George Lucas, Jake Lord, and Ahmed Best death threats and bullied them for years. He's been hated by the right ever since. Yes, I follow him on Twitter, and he's always shitting on the right. And seems to be a pretty good ally and a decent dude. Good on you, Mark Hamill. Yes, Dusty, you do it for my like button, babe. Hell yeah, thank you. Sternest Flus gave me $20. Hit the like button! Or Sternest Flus gave me money for nothing. Breaking Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. Did they? Is that true? Oh my God. Pretty Trump SCOTUS plans to vote down Roe versus Wade. Well, a lot of people got some egg on their face. Hey, man, that is so fucking depressing. I can't believe how quickly this country has slid. It just, like I said before, it reminds me of Iran. When you look at those pictures from the 70s where the women were so much freer, could go to the beaches in bikinis and shit. Now look at them. That's exactly where we're coming in this country, a theocracy. But, yeah, that's what we get for letting Trump have so many picks, right? He said it was going to happen automatically. I guess he told the truth for fucking once. Dusty, Biden said he would respect the people who didn't vote for him. Trump would never say that. Yeah, Biden should respect him less, really. Urban Mass, Dusty, what percentage of these Republican congressmen and TV people do you think believe the BS they're spewing? Like fentanyl middle America conspiracy versus people on the right who push it for personal gain? I don't believe they believe any of this shit. I think they will say anything to get elected. They're soulless fucking cretins who just crave fucking power at any cost. Worst Karen you personally encountered? I can't even think of any. Like, I have never had like a, to my knowledge, to what I remember, I haven't had like a bad experience with anybody in person. Like, I'm so relaxed and chill in real life. It's real hard to argue with me because I just fucking walk away. Right? I'll just laugh at you. So I don't know. Never had any bad experiences, but you know, I'm a old white dude, so I wouldn't. Right? Beep boop, John Porter, Deepak Kumar 49. Thank you. All right. Anything else pop up? New format's not bad. All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate the input. You guys in the chat, make sure that you let me know what you think about the new format. Do you like it better, or should I go back to it? You guys will vote with your Patreon dollars and your super chats, right? We are the same, you and I. Hell yeah, Stabby Cat. Good to see you tonight. One of us. Treasure your wonderful mods. Love you from us gays. Hell yeah, our mods are the best. Spanky Weasel, Catalina, Victoria. Ivy, is Ivy a mod? I think Ivy's a mod too. Ivy's been feeling sick. Hope you feel better, Ivy. Who did I miss? E, I think E's a mod. Aren't you a mod, E? Fuck yeah, mods are the best. They keep out all the riffraff. And speaking of E, another 100 from E. My buddy E. Super cool dude, E. We got to go skateboard, me and you, E. I'm about to get lots of pads though, like full body pads, head to toe. Because I am not very agile. Love me some Dusty. Hey, love me some MJ. Good to see you tonight. Dusty, will you ever write a book biography? I probably won't write any more books because the last book didn't sell. Nobody gives a shit. So, well, why bother? I'll just keep doing what I do probably. So, all right, cool. Let me read what the Pores have to say. What you got to say, Pores? Gonna hang out with you. Let me tell you what I've been up to. I always do show recommendations at the beginning of the show, but I'll do it at the end from now on. Made for Love is back on season 2. It's kind of like a Black Mirror in a way, but it's a comedy. Pretty good if you like sci-fi technology stuff. Ozarks, the season finale came. No spoiler alerts, but pretty good and not too bad. Barry, the new season of Barry's at, man, that guy is such a good actor. What the fuck his name is? Bill Hader. Bill Hader. Killing it, gonna win all the fucking awards if you have not seen Barry. Great show. Let me see what else I've been watching. I This is a site that I would never go to. I only go to it to see what's available, what I've already watched. But pirating is wrong, so don't ever pirate. Like I said, I watched the new Batman, Ambulance. That sucked. Uncharted, not very good. Nothing else. Oh, We Own the City. I think I told you guys, hey, it's the second episode came out tonight. Pretty good show. Better Call Saul back on. Episode 4 tonight. Is that a new episode? Is that a new episode? I don't know if that's a new episode or not, but great show, Better Call Saul. One of the best on TV. I think it's better than Breaking Bad, in my opinion. I think I've enjoyed Better Call Saul than I had Breaking Bad. That's just me. But anyway, lots of good TV on. It's the golden age of television. I told you guys, says G-Man. Ivy's indeed the heart and soul. Hell yeah, Ivy. One of the good ones. Never worked in retail or service industry. Yeah, when I was young. Like, I've been working on the internet as my full-time job ever since I was about 20. When I was 16, I worked a job at a dry cleaner, but I worked in the back. And then I worked in hardware stores. I guess I might have had some customers that were mean to me, but I can't remember. It's been so long ago, so I just let it wash off me like water on a duck's back. Ain't no big deal. Cat invasion! Hell yeah, I don't got any cat treats tonight, so no kitty party tonight. I'm the worst, but there are some cats over here. Here's Mr. Half-Stash right here. Got Mr. Pretty Boy and Misty's over there. Praise the mods and hit the like. Hell yeah, hit the like button before you go. Gay people love Dusty. I am gay catnip, and I've got my lighting is a little better. I don't look so fucking washed out right now. There's a little color in my fucking skin, so go me. Bought me a whole bunch of new lights for the back here, so I'm trying to work it out, be a little more professional. Fuck yes. Although the thing should have been pulled over this way a little bit. Got kind of out of whack a little bit. It's all right. It's all good. I like long shows. Well, got an hour and 40 minutes tonight, so I don't know. I like the old format, Dusty. You guys like the old format better? People complain about it. People like, Dusty, why don't you just start the show quicker? Because, like, you just talk bullshit for 10 minutes, and then I have to tell people about the show and tell them to skip the first 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm just trying to listen to the feedback, but I'm also listening to your feedback, so be sure to give it to me. Dusty doesn't do people. That's true. I am not very good with people. I'm kind of a recluse. Stick to myself. Talibangelicals. Good one. I'm going to steal that. That's mine now. Cult of Dusty. They haven't yet, but a big possibility. Oh, you're talking about overturning Roe versus Wade. We'll see what the fuck happens. Would not be surprised. Here's a little something for the kiddies. Thank you, Christopher Ward. Good to see you tonight. As long as you do a show, I will watch no matter the format. Hey, Twinner. Gonna do it forever as long as you guys support the show. Really appreciate it. And Chris, 1999. Very generous, Chris. Good to see you tonight. Sexy Chris. 3 cheers for the mods. Hip hip hooray. 3 times. What else the poor saying? Pores. Love me some pores. We is the best. You are the best. E is also the best. Amazing. It is amazing. Do it, Dusty. You will lose 20 pounds in this summer. Hell yeah. Gonna do it. Gonna quit drinking so much fucking wine. Stick to weed because it's calorie free. I like the show. Hey, the show looks you, Jeff Cook. Appreciate it. I like this format better. Hey, thank you for your input, Ben Rodrigo. I'm definitely listening to you guys. You guys guide me. You're hot as fuck. Hey, thank you for your honesty. Damn, you have good taste. Pretty fly for a white guy. Hell yeah, I am. I'm like Weird Al Yankovic. Baby Yoda. I don't know where the fuck Baby Yoda is. She probably making noise in the background. So I love kitties. Me too. Got 10 cats as always. Thank you guys for supporting the show. You helped me spoil the shit out of them. I'm finishing up Ozark. No spoilers, but okay, I won't say it. All right, anything else? Good format. Do the show. Chat afterwards. Yep, I can sit here and talk to you guys for a little while. And those who don't want to hang around for the chat section can just get the fuck out of here. Dusty is a silver daddy. Hell yeah. I've been completely silver since I was in my 20s. So I've been dyeing my hair for years. Man, I'm so glad I don't have to dye it anymore. It was annoying, especially the facial hair. Facial hair is hard to fucking dye. Dusty, I don't understand how the court can overturn Roe versus Wade. Senator Susan Collins so assured us that Kavanaugh so totally wouldn't. I know. She couldn't possibly be wrong. It's almost like she's a total fucking moron. Mara Jade! Hell yeah, the devil's lettuce. Dusty wrong. Ambulance was fun. It was okay, but I don't know. I'm too picky, I guess. Didn't really go. I mean, I guess I couldn't suspend my disbelief enough. The way they were acting wasn't like anybody would act in that situation. I guess like what's his name? Bubble Boy, whatever the fuck's his name is, he was supposed to be like a complete psychopath. So the way he was acting, I guess, was supposed to be like a psychopath, but it just didn't come off as authentic to me. But I guess you're not supposed to like look at it like realistic. You're supposed to suspend your disbelief and just go with the ride. So I guess I'm just too grizzled and opinionated. Hair dye sending it all for every week. Up. Keep eating. Yeah, it is fucking hard as shit to dye your facial hair. Susan Collins is very concerned. I'm sure she is. I am 44 and I have a few gray hairs. I have this genetic thing. All the men on my mom's side go completely white by like 22, 23. So I shouldn't have dyed it. I should have just left it like it was, but I was all insecure about it. It's hard, folks. It's hard to be on the YouTubes and have people insult you all day long and not take it to heart. But I'm getting better. My skin has definitely gotten a lot thicker over the years. Jason Anderson, 1999, very generous. Good to see you tonight. Sexy Jason. Do you use APKs like Beat TV, Nova, Cinema HD? I don't even know what any of that fucking shit is. So no, I do not. Here's something for the kiddies, says Christopher Warnick. Thank you, Christopher. I'm going to give the kiddies something special just for you. As long as you do the show, I'll watch no matter what. Hell yeah. Twinner42. Thank you. I appreciate you guys' support and loyalty. It means a lot to me. White hair is sexy, distinguished as fuck. Gyllenhaal, yeah, Gyllenhaal, that's the one. I like Gyllenhaal. I actually like that movie Bubble Boy. Like some of the my comedy persona, I kind of stole from the way Bubble Boy acts. Like he's always smiling, and I don't know, he's so happy and giddy. I don't know, I kind of like that. It kind of rings a bell with me. Those people are ugly. Don't listen to them. I know, but it's hard. Like when you have a lot of people shitting on you all the time, it's hard not to take it to heart. You know, the ego's a hell of a thing. It's hard to overcome your ego and not let people get to you. But I've been pretty good about it, you know. I've definitely taken a lot of shit over the years. And my skin has gotten pretty thick. Bald is sexy. Patrick Stewart, anyone? Hell yeah. Patrick Stewart, pretty cool. APK or Android apps. I don't use an Android. I don't use a cell phone at all. Like, to me, cell phones are almost outdated technology just for my life, because I'm always on the internet. I'm always at home. I don't need that shit. I'll be 52 on Star Wars Day. Well, may the 4th be with you. Does the carpet match the drapes? Hell no. Actually, that's not. It's not my drapes or my carpet. It's the carpet or the drapes. I guess the carpet is my my forest down here, but it's all mostly dark. There might be a couple gray hairs, but it's mostly like auburn, almost like a redhead. Bubble Boy's classic. Hell yeah, it is. Bubble Boy, good movie. You're a badass, D. Don't let them get you down. People suck. Well, you guys make it a lot easier, that's for sure. I appreciate the love. Wine helps. I know I love me some fucking wine. What I drink is red wine, but I drink 50% wine, 50% sparkling strawberry calorie-free water from Walmart. You mix them together, you make wine spritzers, and it's actually wonderful because it eliminates all of the hangovers. The reason people mostly get hungover is because their body's dehydrated. Even the brain gets dehydrated and it shrinks up, makes you puke and shit. So when you're drinking like 50% water and 50% alcohol, you're completely hydrated the whole time. It eliminates pretty much all the bad effects of drinking except for the weight gain. Fucking weight gain, god damn it. I'm disabled, so I have to have a phone when I'm out and about. Yeah, I don't leave the house very often. I'm a recluse, so that's my excuse. I love your show any way you do it. Hey, I appreciate Lawrence. I appreciate the support. Hey, you're one of the good ones. I don't drink alcohol, Dusty. Alcohol's awesome. It's fun. I love it, but wish it was calorie-free. There's no calorie-free alcohol. It's all fucking just carbs. Carbs as shit. Dusty's a gray fox. Ow! What does the fox say? The cat's looking at me really strange. I'm sorry, cats. That was terrible. I feel bad about it. Scotch and water. That's still very, very high in calories. It's all carbs. Alcohol's my second or third favorite drug. Yep, me too. 50% water, 50% alcohol, 100% proof it is. That's the way to do it. Thanks for making me look good. Hey, nobody has to make you look good, you sexy motherfucker. Thank you, E. Are certain treats your cats like more than others? I know my cat is kind of picky. They like the ones you guys send. I know X-T sent a bunch. You guys have been sending me cat food too. I need to do unboxing, and thank you guys for that. I'm sorry I haven't done that. I'm going to try to do the next show. You haven't been forgotten, though. I really appreciate it. For those of you guys who want to send the cat stuff, there is a link in the description of the video to my Amazon wish list for the cats. So you guys can send them all the treats you want. And also there is a link to my, not a link, just a P.O. box. And you can send me anything you want to my P.O. box. And as long as it's not illegal, I will. You can send me illegal stuff if you want to, but I can't unbox it if it's illegal on the air. But pretty much anything. So cool. This is the greatest show. Thank you, Spanky Weasel. I appreciate it. All right, folks, that's my time. Thank you for joining me tonight. I love the shit out of you guys. As always, I do this every Monday and Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. So be sure to tell your friends. Be sure to leave comments, like the video, subscribe, share it, do all the things. You know what to do. This ain't your first fucking rodeo. Love the shit out of you guys. See you on Friday. Have a good weekend out there. And as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. All right, let's play a little old school. Talking Points, the original theme song for The Cult of Dusty, an original tune by Dusty Smith. Just under the wire, I use APK Basically. It's free cable. I just use the pirate sites like this shit. Look, this shit's don't pirate. I would never pirate. Just saying, this site's pretty cool. All right, you didn't see anything. You didn't see nothing. All right, love the shit out of you guys. See you on Friday. Have a good week, and as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. Talking Points. Doom. I think about it, Anchor makes me like when we have a piece of our time, a piece of our children. Understand? I'm gonna do my part. So listen up. Don't you know it's time to be free? Won't you lend a hand? Won't you show the world your outrage? Won't you take a stand? I call them racist because they just can't face this. Everyone seems so blind. I call them racist because they just can't face this. Every child's been left behind. All the rights are treaded on. All the rights can soon be gone. Civil rights just don't belong. Treated like some political pawns. Don't pretend that it is all fine because you may end up on the unemployed line. Why your job gets reassigned to some Malaysian kid who's just pushing line. I'm a man of many talents, so let me break it down off fair and balance. I'll hop on the roof right off the strong and I'm busting out my talking points. First they plan and then they lied about the WMDs. Then they drop off their dads and moms and many more Iraqis. Then they vacationed as the nation's children went off to war. How many more of our kids must die for a barrel of oil? 100 billion spent to kill them. Meanwhile millions are still left here jobless while they rob our lost civil rights as well. It's time to move on and improve on the red, white, and the blue. I'll keep it 50. Are you with me? These talking points are true. It's time to judge my soul, when it's time to pay that toll. I know that at least those one who stood for peace. And I know that on that day, when I finally have my say, the world will hear me. Cause I'm gonna shout it, gonna tell my mother, gonna tell my brother, if we love each other, we can make a change. Gonna tell my mother, gonna tell my brother, if we love each other, we can make a change. First they planned and then they lied about the WMDs. Then they drop off their dads and moms and many more Iraqis. Then they vacationed as the nation's children went off to war. How many more of our kids must die for a barrel of oil? 100 billion spent to kill them. Meanwhile billions are still left here jobless while they rob our lost civil rights as well. It's time to move on and improve on the red, white, and the blue. I'll keep it 50. Are you with me? These talking points are true. Spin the words like a top. I call them a lie cause it just never dies. Spewing their propaganda non-stop. Every day it's a simple song. We're the right and you're the wrong, but never fear, we will fight on. We'll keep speaking truth until you're gone. In the end, one thing is true, we're the ones looking out for you. I hope we'll the roof right off the storm cause I'm busting out my talking points. When it's time to judge my soul, when it's time to pay that toll, I know that at least those one who stood for peace. And I know that on that day, when I finally have my say, the world will hear me. Cause I'm gonna shout it, gonna tell my mother, gonna tell my brother, if we love each other, we can make a change. Gonna tell my mother, gonna tell my brother, if we love each other, we can make a change. Gonna tell my mother, gonna tell my brother, if we love each other.